Hello, quantum community, and welcome to our weekly Divine Feminine Authentic Conversations. Stand by just a moment while I bring in Patsy, Balacchi, and Karla, Perez. Hello, and welcome to our weekly Divine Feminine Immersion Authentic Conversations. This is a wonderful series. This is the latest series that we've started in our program. We've been meeting now for a couple of months, which is so beautiful. To come together every week with you and share insight and wisdom to inspire, to invigorate, to enliven, and to empower the divine feminine to rise within you. Whether you are in female form or male form, we all have a feminine aspect within us that is being called to rise to new levels of encouragement, of leadership, to stand as beacons of light, of healing and transformation, so we can ultimately become the change we wish to see in the world. I'm Adora Winquist, and I'm joined by Patsy, Balacchi, and Karla, Perez, and we're delighted to be here today talking about the Continuum immersion, 3 paths of self-mastery. This week, our specific conversation is on energizing to strengthen. And here we're going to offer tips from an alchemical perspective, essential oils, crystals, thought leadership, yoga, breath work, feng shui, high vibrational tools to increase your vital life force so that you can live the life that you were born to. So thank you for joining us today. We also want to invite you, for those of you that have come to this because you're either attending our retreat in Boone, North Carolina in October at the beautiful Art of Living retreat center, over 300 acres of nature in the Blue Ridge Mountains. We're excited to see you there. And for those of you that are getting ready to register, you can visit Divine Feminine retreats.org and you can secure your 10% off promotion and invite your bestie or family member to come with you for this incredible life elevating experience. So as we begin to explore the idea, what does it mean to energize and strengthen? And we met just before we came on here together with you, as we do, so we can prepare our containers and align with the highest vibrational pattern, align with our hearts open, so we can hold you in the quantum community in this beautiful web of love, of high vibrational frequency, so you can come into a deeper remembrance of the great magnificence that exists within you. And so we did an alignment, and in this alignment, we opened to receive the vital life force from Mother Earth to energize our bodies, right? And how easy is it when we look at our daily schedule? Lisa, blessings, love, welcome. How easy is it for us to look at our daily schedule and immediately feel overwhelmed and a bit fatigued, right? I know that happens to me often. And yet, when I hold a positive intention of opening, of receptivity to sink into the strength, the support, the nurturance of Mother Earth, that renewable energy and life force, I can receive and revitalize my being and strengthen not only my physical container, but my mental acuity, my emotional resilience, and my spiritual connection. And so it is a very different way to energize our body, mind, and spirit from receiving the support of the earth than trying to energize from the perspective of our will, just forcing I've really got to force myself. I got to push myself to do that. Well, no, that's exhausting, right? What happens when we spend a great deal of time in that pattern is that we end up having some degree of adrenal fatigue, of exhaustion, right? And then we feel like, gosh, I don't have that passion. I don't have that invigoration. I don't have the energy to do the things that really matter to me, like spend more time with my family, like spend more time in my sacred intentional practices, journaling, or in nature, in exercising. So when we energize to strengthen in sustainable ways, we can really shift our framework to see what's possible. And we are infinitely more powerful and creative with so much more potential than we even give ourselves credit for. So some of the ways that I like to energize and strengthen myself from a holistic perspective are, of course, for those of you that follow me, know that my expertise is with essential oils and vibrational medicine. I love to work with carrot essential oil. It is an aromatic of great revitalization. It helps to strengthen the adrenal system. It is filled with phytonutrients like vitamin A and antioxidants. And so when you apply a drop of the essential oil to the palm of your hand and breathe it in, well, you're not only receiving the beautiful smell of the oil, but so much more, the vibrational patterning, the biochemical aspects of the plant material that bring their phytonutrients not only to the brain and blood system, but all of the organs and cells of the body, because they have the potent ability to pass through the blood-brain barrier, because they're lipid soluble, because they are minute, they can pass through the blood-brain barrier and the cell wall to offer the full gamut of not only their vibration, but their phytonutrients as well. Vitamins, those minerals, those antioxidants that help to energize and strengthen our system as a whole. So some of these aspects are very potent to work with. And where do they come from, right? We're connecting back into nature. And when we really want to energize and strengthen ourselves from a sustainable perspective, it's about putting down the phone or walking away from the television and the news and all of the aspects that constantly pulling at our attention, and going out and spending some time in nature, energizing with the power of the sun, the beauty of the natural world, right? The plants, the waters. I had a few minutes this weekend to take my family and go into the forest and spend time in this beautiful, very large creek that was filled with minute waterfalls and lots of life. And it invigorated and energized and strengthened me in such a powerful way in such a short period of time. And this is the power of nature. And this is what we're being called back to. So these are some of my favorite areas, of course, working with the mineral kingdom, working with the alchemy of not only essential oils, but the crystals. This is a tiger's eye stone. This is one of my favorites for grounding, for really helping to open my earth connection so I can receive that vital life force to energize and strengthen my physicality, to enliven each of the cells that are in my body, to energize the adrenal system, that powerhouse, right, that fuels our day-to-day and our vision for what we want to create in our lives. So now, without further ado, I would like to open it up to my other tri-leads. Patsy, would you like to share some of your masterful wisdom on how to energize and strengthen?
I'm so delighted for that. And you touched upon everything that I wanted to bring up. How do we go back to that? How do we bring nature back into our being? Not only through connecting with it intangibly, really just walking around barefoot on the grass, touching a rock, communing with a tree. But then if you're having that sense, like we spoke about last time, when we're feeling unmotivated, when we're feeling stuck, yes, we have the choice to go out there. But what happens when you come back indoors? What happens when you get back into the day-to-day? How do you reset that in order for you to continue thriving in everything that you need to do, whether it is work, whether it's your children, whether it's your house chores? And it's all about how you're commanding that energy within your living space. Are you situated in an area where you feel like you have an expansive view of what's coming to your life, right? Having that sense of security, for one of the simplest ways is what's behind you. Is the wall behind where you sleep, right? Your bedroom. How about where you work? Is your desk facing outside with support on your back, right? Kind of like a nice wall. These are simple ways to really ground and stabilize your energy. Or why not bring yourself to a more sunny spot in your house and do some of that journaling, or play with your pet, or do some things like that. Why not replace artificial flowers with actual living plants? There's so many of them out there that are very easy to care for. They don't really have to be cacti. There are a lot of succulents there that honestly, they can go without water for a couple of weeks. And I will highly recommend something like that, because it's not only giving you a sense of bringing back life, right? That's the key word, life, harmony in your living space, but also connecting to nature. And it's purifying. It's kind of like amplifying the ambience in your space. Those are really great ways to do that. How else do we energize? And this is a topic that Karla is going to talk about, but I am pro eating live foods. The more raw you can invite into your life, eating more raw foods, whether it's a salad or anything like that. I love doing that, drinking a nice juice, lemon juice, something that is really going to invigorate your energy from the inside out. Because when I talk about feng shui, we're not just looking at the environmental aspects of that, designing your space, something tangible. It all starts from within. How do we make those correlations of how calm, how healthy is your inner environment in order to receive the goodness or be affected by the impacts that are happening around you, the environment. So that's my area of work, and we're definitely going to be talking more in depth about the correlations of every single body organ and how that is correlating to an actual place in your home, in your space. So I look forward to that. Carly, you want to take away your nutrition tips?
Actually, today I'm going to be talking about breath work. I'll give a nutrition tip at the end, but I really wanted to share with everyone this gift that we all can attain. It's available to us at any time that we want. So I am a breath coach, and people ask, well, what is breath work? What exactly? I mean, I breathe, I'm breathing now. We all breathe. The problem typically is that we breathe pretty shallow around our, we go about our lives, we go about our days, and we don't really pay attention to the breathing. We're just going about it. So breath work is more conscious breathing. You're paying attention to how you breathe. So the benefits of conscious breathing, deep breathing, are so many. You can actually boost your energy, which is why I want to talk about it today. There's a balanced breathing technique that I love to practice, that it's just 4 inhalations and 4 exhalations deep with the mouth only. And that helps to bring me up when I'm feeling low in energy, when I'm feeling lethargic. All I do is breathe deep, okay? This balanced breathing technique also helps bring calmness into your life. If you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling overwhelmed, this definitely brings you back down. It grounds you down. So breath work, I share with people, is not only helping you tap into your central nervous system, tap into your parasympathetic nervous system, which tells your body, your system, to slow down. It's time to rest. It not only does that, but it boosts immunity, believe it or not. It brings blood flow to your brain. So gradually you're getting smarter. Just kidding. No, but no, true. You are helping. It's brain food, okay? It's body food, it's brain food, it's soul food, okay? It also helps you sleep. Who doesn't want better sleep? So if you take some conscious breaths at night, where you inhale for 4, exhale longer than the inhale, doesn't matter what count, 4 inhales, 8 exhales. If you practice that when you're laying down, because you're going to go to sleep, you lay down and you're ready, or you wake up in the middle of the night, you find yourself you can't fall asleep, simply inhale in through the nose only and exhale through the nose only and extend the exhales. Keep repeating that, and you'll see that it's going to help you sleep better. It's going to lower your blood pressure. It's so healthy for you. So when I feel like I'm feeling shaky, I'm overwhelmed, I need to center myself. I find strength in my breath. So I stop, take a few deep breaths, and I'm automatically grounded. And I really feel that gives me the strength to continue on with my day, with my work, with whatever I have going on. And it's that simple. It's that simple. It's breathing consciously. So I love sharing those tips with everyone because they're available to everyone at any time. We just have to make time. You know, people are like, well, no, I don't have to. Yes, you have time. You have 30 seconds of your life, okay? You can do 1 minute, even better. But start there. Put it into practice daily, and you'll see the benefits. That will bring calmness, which is going to extend throughout your day, throughout your week, throughout your year, throughout your life. So those are my tips for breath work, okay? And a quick nutrition tip, since Patsy wanted me to throw in nutrition tip in there. So to energize, I love eating something really quick. I love grabbing a date, okay? One date, 2 at the most, okay? You eat that, and it's just so vital. It energizes, you know, it's good sugar. It's not bad sugar. And it just energizes me. So like, you know, I don't like drinking coffee or tea or anything before I work out, but if I feel like I need a little boost more than my breath, I'll eat a date and I'm good to go. And that really energizes and it gets me ready to go. So that's my nutrition tip.
These are delicious.
Yes.
Delicious. These have been such wonderful tips. Thank you both so much. Patsy, I love how you frame the idea of bringing the outdoors into our homes, because I think that very accessible intervention, if you will, those minor shifts that we can make have such a profound benefit, such a profound effect. And I cleaned out my garage this weekend. It was revolutionary. I immediately felt lighter, more open. I couldn't believe it. So thank you for this.
Thank you. Oh man, that's really, this is the reason why I do this work.
Yeah.
There's something there that makes sense. I'm just here. We're all here just to remind each other. Have that wisdom within us, and it's just gentle reminders.
Yes.
To put into practice.
It's so true.
Learning how to honor your energy. It's all about honoring that energy. We had a short conversation, Adora and I, and it's like, how is it that you're able to express so confidently? And it's because I have nurtured such a confident, reliable relationship with my partner that I feel confident to be able to be that way with the rest of the world, you know, especially with my own self, that I'm able to express myself freely, and I'm being supported by that. So something that I thought was really nice to share with our audience today, because it all comes back to knowing and tapping into our own truth.
I love it. So beautiful. You know, and to the piece, Karla, on breath work, especially for those of us that are challenged with anxiety, and we don't often notice that we're in a pattern of shallow breathing. So when we bring the focus to our breath and deep breathing and these wonderful techniques that you offer through the breath, it really changes not just the moment, but we can create these new patterns of well-being to care for ourselves, to honor ourselves in so many ways. And it is going to be all of this and so much more that we are bringing to you to support your path of self-mastery, the path of your biggest and brightest self emerging in the most beautiful of ways in Boone in October at the Art Living Center at the Divine Feminine Immersion Retreat. We warmly and lovingly welcome you to join us there. To register or already registered and you want to bring a friend, an ally, a sister, a brother, a neighbor, you can visit divinefeminineretreats.org. And we welcome you. We will see you there in October, and we will see you here on Instagram live next Thursday at noon.
Yes.
Thank
Check
you.
it out.
See you next time.
Yeah. Bye-bye.